We can't begin to be knowing, but now it's been so very long. She was first a parent, then parent became a colleague. Who'd have believed she'd get so strong? SAT, ACT, GPA, and AP. No more please. Sweet Barbara Brown. Oh, oh, oh. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. And when Alliance was down, you kept your cool and you didn't smash the computers like we thought you would. So here to introduce our beloved Barbara Brown is the wise Marla Wiener and Marcy Davidson.
Hi everybody. This has been a collaborative effort. So Marcy, Donna Siegel, and I wrote, and Marcy and I are going to speak because we're really talking about, Barbara has done so many different things at South. And we want to pay tribute and respect and to honor all that she has done. And I'm not sure I'm going to get through this either. I have known Barbara for almost 28 years. In that time, we shared family, children, holidays, neighborhood and school events, and vacations, and we have forged a special friendship. But our relationship took on a new dimension when Barbara came to work at Newton South 18 years ago. And so we're on the tribe thing. 18 years is a very important year for in the Jewish tradition. It means life, and Barbara is going to a new life and has enriched our lives in so many ways. It has been a joy to have Barbara at school with me. I have been able to really understand in my heart and soul what it means when we say to kids, have a person in the school who's your go-to person. Have a person who can support you no matter what. Find that adult. Barbara has been that go-to person for me since day one. Barbara has been a steady, calm source of strength and love for me as we travel the ups and downs of life both inside and outside Newton South. When I first started the WISE program in 2001, Barbara was my go-to person. She would listen forever, help me organize community meetings, reassure me when I worried. If anyone would come to the WISE kickoff dinner, evaluate presentation after presentation, and help me think through thorny issues with a clear head, and sometimes tell me things that were hard to hear. To this day, Barbara has always volunteered to be a mentor to students, and often some of the most challenging students that we've had in the WISE program. We would schlep together to New York conferences, to WISE conferences in New York, and make it a girls' overnight, staying in a hotel. She would give up her personal time and support me and WISE program. She was truly a deft and talented advisor and a sounding board. And for that, I will treasure her always, like many other things. As the first professional college career and resource director, Barbara transformed the office into a vibrant center for the exchange of ideas around colleges and careers. It was a safe place for kids to come, sometimes by themselves, sometimes with friends, sometimes with appointments, sometimes without appointments. And so many of them did, not only to talk college, but also to just sit, chat, have lunch. It was a safe place for them. It has been a joy for me to see Barbara evolve into a role as the director of the college resource room and the career resource room. She has been a calm, clear-headed, steady port for thousands of students and families during the challenging time of college admissions. This is not an easy position for anyone. You have to know how to encourage students and yet be realistic, how to temper expectations but keep dreams alive. It is a delicate balance, having students be realistic without dashing hopes and dreams. Having gone through the process 3 times myself, with my children, with Barbara, I know that it's not easy to hear sometimes what she has to say, but it is absolutely vital and crucial to have her voice as part of the process. And each time was different for me, as my sons are different, and Barbara was able to speak to each of them in a way that spoke to who they were and what they needed to hear. I will always miss you, Excel. I wrote a poem. I wrote a poem for Barbara for one of our birthdays, and I wanted to share it now. So this was for Barbara. Young mothers, old mothers, what were we? I was only on number 1, but you were on number 3. Through all the years, through all the chatter, through Eli and Molly, it didn't matter. Around the corner, 3 blocks away, to Needham Town, our friendship didn't sway. Traveling to various places and to Spain, working together with bosses who were sometimes such a pain. No matter the tumult or how insane, our friendship through the years has never waned. Holidays together, your family, mine, Anita and Bernice, baby, how wonders never cease. How many miles of walking and talking around the corner, around the Newton South track? We really seem to have a knack to be there for each other and watch each other's back. Through thick and thin, I only want to say, I will miss you tremendously as you go on your retirement life. God bless.
The right fit. Barbara Brown has uttered those words countless times when planning or teaching others about the college process. Well, we're here today to honor Barbara and to let her know that she's been the right fit on numerous levels for the guidance department and for Newton South for the past 18 years. Simply said, Barbara is an unsung hero because she always steps up to the plate to mentor others, supervise, and teach without asking anything in return. A one-of-a-kind person with a unique sense of fashion, Barbara has not only been our college expert, but she's been our leader, our go-to person, and our department den mother. Growing up in Newton, Barbara attended Cabot, Day, and Newton North. After North, she went on to BU and eventually earned her master's in social work there. When Nick, her oldest child, was a student at Newton South in 1994, volunteers were needed to assist in the parent-run college and career center. At that time, Barbara was serving as South's PTSO president. She was coordinating 28 volunteers in the college and career center. The following year, with the strong support of Guidance Department Chair Emeritus Benita Schnell and esteemed Principal Dan Seasholes, the Newton Public Schools identified a need for this important position and decided to hire a part-time professional to manage the center. Obviously, I wasn't as aware of the history, I wasn't there then, but thank you for those who brought the history in here. In June of 1997, Dan Seasholes wrote, quote, Barbara Brown, a trained social worker, has all of the professional qualifications and personal qualities needed for success in the new professional position in the Resource Center. She has proven herself to be a leading member of the Newton South community, who has contributed substantially to making our school a much better place. Shortly thereafter, the position became full-time, And as the technology advanced, the Job and the Resource Center evolved. Barbara developed the original Career and College Center in a science lab classroom in Wheeler House. Sounds like that must have been the place to be. As the Career and College Center outgrew its space, she continued to cultivate a new culture in a windowless back room in what is now known as the Fishbowl, which is located inside the cafeteria. It is here where Barbara has met with hundreds of families and shared her wisdom about the college planning process. True, there are many technological resources available now to streamline the process. We are inundated with data, flooded with information in websites, newspapers, and emails. We are dependent on Naviance, our new best friend. The overload of information could make anyone's head spin. While we welcome changes, nothing really takes the place of a good old-fashioned relationship, wherein the student is central to the process and is understood in the context of the family, school, and community. Barbara has taught us that the right fit is not just a numbers game. As a natural part of her journey with students and families in this complex process, Barbara considers the student's social-emotional development, cultural context, and particular learning style when advising. To say the least, it is complicated, and Barbara always conducts the meetings in a calm, non-judgmental, and supportive manner in order to yield the best and most tailored outcome for the students. By attending college meetings with Barbara at the helm, counselors have been fortunate to have a front row seat to learn from the master. We are grateful. Barbara is our expert. She's traveled extensively to visit and learn about hundreds of colleges as part of her figuring out the right fit for a student. Barbara has forged strong connections with college reps over the years. These connections will help facilitate our continued work with colleges after Barbara retires. Most importantly, Barbara has evolved too, has crafted a way to integrate all of the new resources while retaining the personal connection that is so vital to the work. A social worker by training, Barbara must have loved studying family systems way back then, as she approaches her work in the same way that she approaches her own life, with that being an emphasis on family. Devoted to her husband, Bob, children Nick, Sarah, and Molly, daughter-in-law Caitlin, son-in-law Evan, and 4 granddaughters, her relationships are central. With focus on family,